So Andrew,
All right, yeah, just in time. We're gonna kick this thing. All right, so freezing rust patch. So what I got here, which
just know,
the
just
oh,
know that Cramorant is so bad now.
oh, it's not that bad. It's Cramorant. It'll always be good. It keeps getting nerfed and it's still fine.
Right.
Um, let's see.
I give
So
up. I
I've
give
got
up
the
on Cram.
I've got the patch notes here. I'm just gonna go through each one, give an opinion, right? We're gonna kick it off with Darkrai. No information. I have played against Darkrai quite a few times today, and it was
It's good.
the most incognito thing I have ever seen. Like the first 5 matches, it was either on my team or on the other team, or I had one on each team. I didn't see that thing do anything. And then the last match, I killed it 3 times. It didn't kill me, but it had 10 kills. And I'm like, where? When? I don't know. I didn't do any.
It just does it.
So we're just not gonna put him on the tier list because he did not get buffed or nerfed. But he's the first one on there, so let's do that. All right, Ninetales. I think Ninetales got overbuffed. I love it. I'm glad for Ninetales. But this right here, the snow warning, going
Yeah,
from
that
eight.
wasn't needed. That wasn't needed.
What?
Snow already good.
4 seconds? That thing hits anything, whether it's hiding in a bush. It doesn't matter, and it's not weak. It is not a weak move. It's just like
They took me
randomly.
both down to like 6.
Yeah. I mean, I think I know Avalanche and Blizzard got nerfed a while back, and that was big, right? So, but it was a little too much. I think this is perfect. I think 7.5 puts it right where it should be, but you give it more defense on both sides. But the snow warning, like I think the snow warning, it makes it an absolute winner because it wasn't bad. I still saw Ninetales doing good things, and this just puts it right back in that top tier mage. What do y'all think?
Because it's kind of like the Decidueye if you were running Razor Leaf's Shadow Sneak, but you have less cooldown, and it's not even a move, and you have stun.
It's not even a move; it just happens. Um,
But I've always said that that is actually one of Ninetales' weaknesses because it gives your positioning away.
you, well, you know
It
he's in the
is.
area, but you don't know where it's coming from.
That's true.
Like if you're hiding in a bush, does it? Do you lose your invisibility? Because technically you're
I
attacking
mean, when it
something.
comes to ambush positioning, it can be a pain when you're doing ambush positioning. But
And it works
otherwise,
on
if you're in lanes
farm.
and stuff, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like the farm will give your position away.
Oh, it'll start to. It'll come attack. You get some birds coming after you. Like, hey, did you just touch me? Like, oh man. Yeah,
Like,
but
no, it was my
Reach.
passive.
on the other hand, like, why are you by yourself hiding in a bush?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I think as far as like it was already doing these things, right? But because it's part of the kit, that's like I think that's an extreme. I think A9 absolutely won.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good winner.
yeah. Here's a weird one. I think I think Machamp lost. I don't like the rework
For what?
for his Unite.
It's
I,
terrible.
I don't like it.
What
It
did they do to it?
so
The
you know
Unite auto goes off now. So like if you press it, instead of having unstoppable and extra movement speed to get into position, it just goes off.
Oh,
yeah
that's horrible.
yeah um, it's kind of like Ledge where you hit the button and then boom, it just it just takes off like you just do the punch. I've seen a couple
That is
people not
really
realize this and they literally just like
Hey man,
launch themselves into a wall. Like they're
I was so confused.
like
This
they're
is really bad for my champ players now.
yeah, but it's a buff. Well, it's technically a rework, but I mean his close combat got buffed. but whoa,
It got
Yeah.
buff nerf.
you got buff nerfed. So
Unlike when Gengar got its Hex nerf that ended up being a buff
yeah,
because you couldn't get out of position with your Hex anymore.
r-
This was like the opposite.
right. Um, yeah, I saw. Oh geez. I'm literally watching Machamps pretend to be Talonflame and just flying into walls.
Hit the wall. I want to know, Chad. Really and truly, because I only played one game with Cram. What are your thoughts on Cram, man?
Right. On cramp. Well,
Good lord.
I'll get there. I'll get there. But
Yeah, we'll get
here's my take on Machamp. Right? Did it really
Win
change?
loss.
Did it really change? It still sucks.
Yeah.
It's still one of the worst all rounders in the game. Like so, did anything
True.
change?
No.
It took something bad
That-
and made it worse.
Yeah. but it did
That
get
was the only thing
buff.
Machamp actually had going for it.
Yeah. It's like I will use this unite and no one will stop me. Now it's like, well,
Didn't it get a buff on cross chop though?
no close combat,
Or yeah, that's what I meant.
but still like, yeah, yeah.
Mid.
I don't think anything changed. It did not. It did not move it out of the bottom of the all rounder tier list for me. I don't-
Mid champ.
mid
Mid champ.
mid champ. All right, let's talk about Char. Of this tournament,
I heard Char got like nerfed, and yeah, it's deserved.
into the ground. So my problem is, he is now worse than when they buffed him.
Mm.
They nerfed his burn
Ult?
his burn proc. They cut his burn proc in half. Everything, the base in half, the slider in half, the ratio in half. Like all the additional damage you would do when your opponent's burned. Nope, it's almost nothing now.
No, that's bad.
They reduced its fire speed, its move speed increase for Fire Blast, which I still think Fire Blast was still the better moveset overall, and they nerfed that, which didn't need to get touched. It was all the other things that they did that made it OP, and they just destroyed it. And then they nerfed its cooldown to its Unite. So, I think Char's totally mid now. Like I don't see
I
anyone.
mean, I played
banning it.
one game with Charizard, and I literally just won. I had alright kills, but like, I wouldn't say that it should have been nerfed that hard. I say it should have been nerfed like down to 78% or something like that.
Yeah, they.
But 50, I mean,
They crushed it. They crushed that thing. Because that's the skill, right? The skill of Charizard is burning somebody and then doing something. You can't just walk in and attack people. You gotta burn them first. So here's a funny one. Armarouge got nerfed, and somehow
let's go.
buffed.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're still buffing this thing.
So, instead of just getting a shield when it would use its what do you call it? Its flame
Unite
charge.
or
The flame charge. So you would do fire spin, and flame charge would
dash in with flame charge.
yeah, dash in with flame charge. You hit somebody, you get a shield, right? So now, instead of getting a defense increase for fire spin, you get a shield that stacks up to 6 times. And
What the heck?
and you get your movement speed increase with fire spin. You don't have to wait until you get fire spin plus.
Hear me out. The shield is better than the defenses, but it's gonna make things so hard for some people. Because you can pierce shield and you can steal shields. But yeah, it's definitely much harder. But
True.
that movement speed increase is even more of a problem.
But I mean, if we already know that flat HP outweighs defense or special defense, right? It's just math.
Yeah.
So you're giving them shields, which is technically extra health. And yeah, there's like a couple Pokemon here and there that can, get around it. But now, if you literally have to base your team off of taking out a specific Pokemon because it's that strong, like, hell, what are we doing?
It's pretty.
What are we doing here? Yeah, I think that thing absolutely won. Like when it shouldn't have. But here's the other thing: they nerfed Armor Cannon and buffed Psyshock, so it's a better mage that deals less damage. So both movesets won. So if you want a mage, you can mage better. If you wanna be a brawler, you can brawl better.
Wait. What about Armor Cannon? You said Armor Cannon got nerfed. Why is it
The
better?
so the damage got nerfed, right?
But Psyshock was the other move that made that build viable.
Yeah, Psyshock
So now
got
that Psyshock is buffed,
Psyshock got a
that build-
cooldown reduction.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it got both movesets got buffed. That's crazy. It was already one of the top banned Pokemon, and for some reason they double buffed it.
Just know that it's the Pokemon that I'm always gonna ban.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I've always been banned. And
Every
I
time.
forever will.
Every single time. Every single time. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah. So
Don't fuck that Pokemon.
yeah. Here's a weird one. Water Bear.
Oh yeah, baby.
Water Bear got its Rapid Strike nerfed on its cooldown reduction every time you did your boosted auto, right? But the Surging Strikes damage got buffed. So it's doing more damage without being able to just connect the moves without stopping. So
Wait, I'm confused. You said Rapid Strike and then Surging Strike.
or Surging Strike, yeah, Surging Strike. So you know how like you
It
hit a
doesn't-
Surging Strike, you get it boosted. If you hit the boosted, every time you hit the boosted in between your 3 Surging Strikes, you get a little bit of cooldown reduction. Yeah. So they nerfed that from 2 seconds each time to 1.5 seconds each time. So you can't just keep chaining it over and over and over. But because
That's
they took out the chaining, they actually increased the damage that Surging Strikes actually does. So, I mean,
Wait, what did they do?
they just increased the damage.
so you're not chaining as many together, but you're doing more damage and less chains.
Yes. I don't know.
Okay.
It's sitting in did it really change for me right now, but like I can't tell if that's good or bad. I really don't know.
It didn't really change. Because you'll do the damage, but once the damage is over, you're in a position where Urshifu can get hit, and yeah, maybe something can happen from there. But nothing really changed.
Yeah,
I don't know. I had a Urshifu who KO'd me on my second tier base again, and that hasn't happened since Water Bear was cracked.
Oh, you're talking about early
Or-
game? I think I think early game, if it's coming out of the jungle, it's going to be very murderous because it will just kill you faster on the first combo. But what about late game though? Do any of y'all play Blue Shifu? I'm not a Blue Shifu guy, so
I don't play Urshifu. Period. All rounders my weakest role.
I like Red Bear, but it's very comp dependent.
If I need a red bear, I would just rather play Decidueye.
I'd rather play Dragonite. Hyper Beam's still good. I don't care what anyone says. All right. So yeah, did it really change? I guess this is more of like a question mark. Like I'm gonna put it first because I honestly don't know. That's a legitimate question. Did it really change? Let's talk about Blastoise. I think Blastoise won big time. I've played it a couple times in the past 2 days. It feels back to normal for me.
It does feel pretty darn good.
Yeah, you can feel the defense buffs late game. Um, Definitely eating more damage, especially when you're initiating at Ray. It's like you just sit in there, take some hits. Oh, I got a clip. I got to clip this one from earlier. I did some beautiful. We still lost Ray because I don't know why, but I literally had three, if not four people just completely stunned while the rest of my team was supposed to be getting Ray or doing something. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but but yeah.
I
And it's,
played a 5-stack yesterday, and I outdamaged everyone as Blastoise.
were you rapid spinning?
Nope.
Oh wow, there you go. Yeah, Blastoise still that defender you can jungle with. But the rapid, like, man, the rapid spin plus defense boost, that is massive. That is absolutely an extra 150 on top. That thing was already like a spinning rock, and now it's rockier. I don't play rapid spin, but I might want to. It doesn't. I don't know. I think it won. Did you
Yep.
like the did you feel the changes, Mikey?
Yep.
What do you think? Winner or absolute winner?
I think it was a winner.
Yeah, it feels. I mean, it's still not a top 3 defender, but you could argue 4 or 5. So I think Ninetales is back to being one of the best mages in the game, and Armarouge just did not need those buffs and still got them anyways. All right, who's next? Delphox. What the hell? Nerfed Mystical Fire, nerfed Fire Blast, nerfed Fire Blast Plus. All damage reductions. But does it matter? Is Delphox out there to kill people, or is he a mage that's trying to be maging?
Well, they didn't nerf Fire Spin.
I know! That's crazy.
Yes, which so Fire Spin was in a really bad place prior to the buff.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
literally one of the lowest pick rates for mage attacker Pokemon.
Right.
So they buffed it, and it the Fire Spin is a little crazy in terms of the amount of Fire Spins you can get out, but what really did it in was Mystical Fire being that assassin move,
Mhm.
and Fire Blast being the stronger assassin move. But
Yeah.
Mystical Fire also shortened the cooldown for your Fire Spin.
Yeah,
as
when you
well.
get your Mystical Fire Plus at 13, like that, and a blue buff, like you're just launching. You're just absolutely launching.
It was 11.
Oh, is that one 11? I thought.
Yep.
I thought the other one
Fire
was
Spin
11.
Plus.
Oh yeah, Fire Spin Plus is 11, but the Mystical Fire Plus is when you get your cooldown reduction for hitting.
Yeah, Mystical Fire Plus is 11.
Yeah.
Fire Spin Plus is 13.
Oh, yeah. It's man, that plus a blue buff and Shell Bell and you literally just
And Energy Amp, it was literally like every second you have another Fire Spin.
all black emblems. Pew pew pew. 3 of them chasing you at once. Yeah.
So in terms of Delphox, I feel like they should have nerfed the Fire Spin,
Yeah. That was.
but we'll see.
That's the main.
I'm
drag.
kind of like, did it really change?
Yeah, I'm on the fence because like I get some good KOs when I play Delphox, but when I play Delphox, I am sitting there as a mage. My average Delphox game is 4 kills and 13 assists, right? I'm not. I don't see that changing. Yeah. What is this? All right, let's talk about Dragon Ball. You know what? I'm gonna do Dragon Ball and Dragonite like next to each other because these are just things I don't understand. Right? What the hell was Dragon Ball doing to get a Phantom Force nerf? Nobody plays Dragapult anymore.
I think it got buffed, and then before, I don't think anybody knew that if you KO'd somebody as Dragapult, you got a stack up to 10 stacks.
Yeah, if you're playing Phantom Force, not Dragon Dance.
If you're Yes, if you're playing Phantom Force.
Right.
And so once people figured out that it was buffed and that you could stack on it, it did kind of become a menace.
Yeah, but I mean, in the meta that we're in right now, with the exception of maybe Greninja, A-pressors are just not good right now. Like, just a standard attacker that has nothing else going for it, like, they need as much help as they can get, honestly. Talking to you, Cinderace players, stop playing it. Stop it.
Should I tell Kevin you said that?
No, Kevin's alright. Kevin doesn't do Cinderace
how-
things. He actually
how
tries to
about-
help. Oh, yeah, he's watching on YouTube. Yeah, we talking about you, buddy. What's up, man? Yeah, no, he can still play. It's the randos. I think he's a loser. For no reason. There was no reason for that. I still don't get it. I mean, they're just so squishy. They've got no way to defend themselves. Usually you use your you hide to get in and get your attack boost. You don't hide to get out. That's just weird to me. We're gonna bounce down to Dragonite 2. Outrage Dragonite, the 15th best all-rounder in the game, got nerfed.
I wonder if that just simply came from the World Championship Series.
I don't remember a lot of Dragonite games.
There were a few where they specifically banned Dragonite because a player on the opposite team was cracked with Dragonite, specifically Outrage.
Yeah, I mean, I actually I saw one of the matches, and normally what I would do, I would E-speed in and then hit my outrage, and I realized that hitting that outrage took so long that I couldn't start hitting them. So I would hit my outrage first, then E-speed in, and I'm already buffed, and I can just start hauling off on them. So
Yes.
that was helpful, but still, like, I don't know, like, there's so many other all-rounders that are just more cracked. He's a loser. I think Pokemon Unite hates dragons. So they're like, oh, you're a dragon. You're a dragon. You're not even a dragon. You're the worst. So you go down here. Sorry, Char. I don't get it. All right, let's go back up to Snorlax. Block plus buffed. Flail buffed. Yawn buffed. That's a lot of buffs.
I do feel like it needed it.
It did, right? But the problem is, I wouldn't even say it's a top 5 defender still. I don't think it is. I would still put Blastoise, Tree, Ho-Oh, Umbreon, Slowbro,
Agreed. I feel like
Crustle.
about even Crustle, yeah.
Crustle, like, what are we doing here?
But I feel like if you're playing Flailax, it would be played
Mammo.
as an all-rounder
Yeah,
instead of a defender.
yeah, but I mean, but why wouldn't you just pick a better all-rounder? Yes, Crustle mentioned Krabby. Yes, definitely mentioned Crustle. Let's see. So, is it a winner? I think it's a winner. I don't think it's that much of a Snorlax fans
Bucket was
rejoice.
playing it last night. He was having fun.
Snorlax fans rejoice. Because there's some people that love playing Snorlax, and these are noticeable buffs for it. So I mean, block is a great move. Block is a really good move. It's just, um, and this makes block better. Yeah, I would. That's the only move that I would want Snorlax on my team for. I don't care about flail or yawn. Yawn, like going from 12 seconds to 10.5 seconds, like it's still an eternity to do something that 5 other Pokemon can do every 3 seconds. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, I'll call it a winner. Oh yeah, Lucario. Extreme speed cooldown reduced.
Exact same.
Yeah. I like if once your combo runs out and you're Lucario, if you haven't already gotten out of dodge, you're kind of dead.
Or KO'd everyone.
Yeah, either you KO everyone or you're dead, right? So
Uh-huh.
cooldown reduction after the fact, like unless you put it down to like 3 seconds, does it really matter? Hey,
But you know what? After Lucario was the best Pokemon in the game for a year and a half straight,
Yeah.
I kind of don't even care.
yeah, did it change? Nope, don't care. Oh look, long hair, don't care. Look at that hair. Are those ears? What is that? All right. Oh, poor Gyarados. Oh my God. So, I really wish some of our Gyarados players were on right now to let me know how bad this actually is. But this looks bad to me. Cooldown increase for bounce, damage reduction for bounce, Dragon Breath, which 90% of the players play, the attack speed increase reduced, and those look massive. It's 20, 25, and 30% attack speed reduction. It looks bad, but I've also played with a couple Dragonites today, or Gyarados today, and they weren't bad. They were still doing that thing. They still needed a babysitter early game, but I don't know. I kind of want to just call it a loser and just throw another dragon in the loser spot, but I don't know. Have you guys noticed anything?
But Gyarados isn't a dragon.
You shut your whore mouth. Isn't it literally called the dragon Pokemon, but it's not a dragon?
No, it's not the dragon. It's the outrage Pokemon
Oh,
or something.
I should probably watch more Pokemon and learn these things. I don't know. I have to put it in here for the same reason.
Atrocious Pokemon.
Atrocious. Oh, that's mean. Let's stop the mudslinging. Yeah, I'm only putting it here because I don't know. I don't know if it changed. I didn't notice anything when my teammates were playing it. It seemed like they were doing the exact same thing. So, oh, Mammo, nerfed. And I will tell you right now, he is a fucking winner. Because nobody cares about this. He's still great. They didn't nerf anything about him. Like the tiny little ratio for his icicle crash, like early game stuff, like we're doing like 40% attack when he's only got like 30 attack in the first place. Like who cares, right? It's not about that. It's about the freeze. Early game when either you or your partner's trying to stack, you're trying to, last hit the farm, freeze your opponent so you and your teammate can last hit the farm. I mean, Earthquake nerf, that's pretty decent, but I mean, Earthquake is the move that gets you in. You shouldn't have to use it a second time. Like, you should be getting the hell out of dodge. That is not a good move to escape with. So yeah, you just plan the move and get in there. Mammo's still great. I saw absolutely no difference today when I was using it, and I think that makes him a winner because he is still a top tier defender.
I will take your word. I haven't played him.
Here's a weird one. Why the hell did Zoroark get a buff?
I have no idea.
What? Like, was he getting outshined by their Pokemon that bad? Like, cracked Zoroark people are still cracked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the pick rate for Leafeon and Talonflame went up too much.
Aw. So not like, I'm sorry, but the cracked Zoroark is still gonna murder everyone faster than any of those other Pokemon. Eh. I don't get it.
I definitely think it was a winner, though.
Oh yeah, easily a winner. Like maybe an absolute winner. Like all the Zoroark cracks are going to jump right back on it and have even more fun. Like these are not small things. Like we're talking about full 1 second cooldown reductions for Night Slash, right? Feint attack, buffs for each of the dashes and the leap at the end. Like these are not small, especially for a speedster who already has a high attack stat. You know, giving it another, almost 10% attack. Nothing to the slider, but even the base got increased. Man,
They hate us.
they hate us, right? So this is the weird one, right? Like why did they nerf the two dragons, but buff him when none of these three Pokemon needed any of this? Nobody was talking. Nobody was like, you know what? I think Zoroark needs a buff, and they should definitely nerf Dragonite. Like, no. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. All right. Is our buddy still on? Talking about Cramorant is dead now.
No. Well,
Oh.
I don't see Carrot. He might be in the chat.
Carrot. Yeah. So I don't know. He's still so strong early game. I think these nerfs were definitely needed, right? Just for dive. The rest of the kit, like, he's really good. He's really awkward. He's Cramorant, but man, when they buff dive, so where you could literally just fly across the screen and unhinged, just dive, and just keep picking up your own fish. I think this makes dive itself where it should be. So I think it's fine. I think it's still enough to where you'll have enough dives to use. I don't see it doing much to it. I think it's fine. Bug fix for Serena. Yay. Alright. Well, here's some other Pokemon that I pulled out that definitely winners and losers, right? Let's talk about bug fixes. Why is failing still broken? Like, how hard is it to patch that? Like, 2 patches have gone by, and this thing is still taking like 350% damage instead of increasing its defense 350%. Like, or whatever it is. There's this thing is still like legit broken. Like, not in a good way. It is digitally broken. What is the deal? What happened with that? Right? Here's some winners. The 3 best all-rounders in the game.
Yep.
They are winners because they were untouched. Absolutely untouched.
Yep.
Right? Another winner. I mean, Ho got a baby nerf last time. He's still really good. And they didn't touch him again. I still ban that thing out. Its survivability is too damn high. It's crazy. It's Unite.
Pikachu?
What's that?
Oh, yeah, no. Ho-Oh,
Yeah.
definitely still a winner.
Yeah, Ho is definitely a winner. The Unite move, I'm okay with it, right? It's a super powerful Unite move, but it's so specific. Like, you have to be alive and you have to be around. It's not like a Unite you can just pop off whenever you want to. Like, people have to be dead. And you have to say, okay, is this the right time to use it? It's a great Unite move that's, you're only going to use maybe twice a game, 3 times if you're lucky. I, I'm I'm good with that. But the fact that he wasn't touched, like his survivability is crazy. Um, oh, here another loser. I just don't. Still no buffs for Lapras. That poor Pokemon. Lapras does deserve this.
I think an underrated winner is still Inteleon,
Yeah.
and Pikachu is definitely still a winner.
Oh no. So Inteleon's doing good. I think its buffs were good. Its last patch buffs were good. I'll throw it on there because yeah, they didn't touch it. It's definitely doing better. And oddly enough, I'm seeing more snipe shots, and the snipe shotters I see are actually hitting their targets. So I don't know what the hell happened. But no, I think Pikachu is the number one absolute winner of this entire patch because he didn't get touched and he's an absolute menace. The I have not looked up the stats to see who's getting banned the most, usage rates or whatever, but every single draft match I play, he is banned. You can't play Pokemon or you can't play Pikachu in draft. You just can't. And the fact that he was untouched, wait, does that make him a loser if nobody can play him? Yeah.
He's banned so much he's actually a loser.
Right, and I have 2 more losers before I end my list. Greedent's a loser because they still haven't buffed him, and even if they buffed him, it probably wouldn't be enough to make a difference. I think Greedent needs a little bit of a rework. It just doesn't do the thing it's supposed to do, and I know there's like some really weird score comps where it's gonna be good, and like you have a very specific play style, but as soon as somebody catches on, like it's just not gonna work. And the biggest loser in this entire game is Sableye, because it's a horrible Pokemon and it always loses. Please, just take this Pokemon out of the game. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Or make it Mega Sableye and, have things like people's moves reflect off of it and hit you instead. Something like that. I don't know. Either completely rework the damn thing or just get rid of it. It's so bad. All right. Any other winners or losers for you, Mikey?
So concerning Inteleon, I definitely think the liquidation build, which was cracked and then got nerfed and then it got put back up to where it was. I think that is
Makes him a
like
winner.
a winner for me, definitely. And I think, I mean, Venusaur's Sludge Bomb getting buffed a couple patches ago.
Oh, and they didn't bring it.
Nope, it's still exactly where it's at.
Yeah, definitely a winner for not being touched. Any losers for not getting help?
I mean, Scyther and Scizor just really have been losers.
Well, so Scyther's a weird one, right? If you're cracked with him, he can be one of the most devastating carries in the game, right? But you have to build, you obviously have to build a team around him so he can get in and do his thing. Like that 20% execute it's the biggest in the game, right? I think he's good where he is. It's just a really high skill, right? Kind of like how Mew used to be really high skill and then they kept dumbing it down. They didn't nerf it, they just dumbed it down. I wouldn't want them to do that. Yeah. Scizor though, or Scizor, that poor thing. Like it's just it's just standing there getting beat up. Like, I'm gonna bullet punch you. It's like, well, we're gonna stun you twice in a row, and you're just gonna die. That poor thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Sylveon doesn't get a little bit of a nerf next time going, because that rework was really good. It was really good. But I don't know if it's a winner right now because it was just buffed last patch, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just looking through if there's anything else. Cinderace. I don't even want to touch you with my mouse, Cinderace. You're so gross. Sorry, Kenny. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Any last thoughts?
I think I'm pretty much in agreement.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna cut this video short, and I'm gonna go play some of that good old Pokemon Unite. He said sad. You can play. You're the only one allowed to play it, Kenny. You're literally the only one allowed to play Cinderace. Nobody else in the entire ecosystem should play.
But only
Pokemon.
if you play Blaze Kick.
Yes. Oh, he won't play Blaze Kick.
I know.
All right. Well, you two people signing off. Mikey, appreciate you staying on. If anybody actually watches this from my Straw Hat Crew folks, leave some comments in the chat, and I might actually see them if I turn my comments on. So, all right.